Hi, Kate here with Kate's Paper Creations, and today is Simply Beautiful, Beautiful Cards, Simply Made video and blog. And I'm glad to have you join me. I am currently using this stamp set and die set called the Right Triangle. And when we're challenged to make simple cards, it is supposed to be paper, ink, and one stamp set. So that's my goal for today. And let me show you what we're going to make. This is the card, and it's actually quite striking, and I'm really looking forward to sharing it with you. And I'm looking for all my pieces because I didn't make sure I had them all in place before I started. Okay, so let me tell you how I made it. It's very simply made, so it won't take very long for this video. I started with a Whisper White card base, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4 to make an A2 greeting card, which we will furnish on the seam. It's going to be a top fold card, so it's going to open like this. Layer 1 is basic black, and I called that Whisper White, but Whisper White's no longer available. It's now called Basic White Thick, but I still had some of the Whisper White. So anyway, just to clarify. Layer 2 is basic black. It is cut at 4 by 5 1/4, and it's going to go on the card front with just regular adhesive. So it will lay flat. And so it has that, pick it up and do it. Follow my own rules here. Get it. There we go. Okay, so there's the basic base of the card. We'll put that aside and we'll bring in this last layer, which is again basic white, and it is cut 3 3/4 by 5 to create this next piece. I'm going to bring in a piece of scratch paper here because I'm going to do some stamping off the side and I don't want to get ink on my background. I'm going to be using basic black ink, and I'm going to be using several of the stamps from the stamp set. I'm going to be putting this piece of foam underneath because sometimes with the photopolymer stamps, you need to do this so that they get a good, crisp, clear image when you stamp. I don't know if you can tell, maybe you can if you look closely. This one did not stamp as clearly as that one did. And this foam really makes a difference when you're using those photopolymer stamps. Now I did go back with a marker and kind of fix this one. It was even worse, but I was able to repair it just a little bit. So now I am just going to make sure I ink it really, really good. And we'll put the first one right down here, and I'm lining it up with the edge of the card, and there, beautiful. And I probably should have put, nothing wrong with me, a new brain wouldn't fix. Let's see. Let's put this on top of there so I don't get my foam all black and ugly. Okay, and then I'm going to put this one, approximately there, slightly off of the side. There's that one. Then I'm going to bring in the little plaid one. And I put the plaid one right up here. And I'm going to put another plaid one facing the other direction down here. Kind of close to the edge on that one too. That plaid is so cute. And then this one has the little cross hatches or flowers or whatever you want to call it in them. And I'm going to put one here. And of course, you can place yours however you want. And mine's going to be a little bit different than my original. I think I need one more plaid. No, I'm going to put one more of these. And we'll turn it around. and we'll put it over here. There we go. Then I brought in these little pieces here. I'm not sure what this is supposed to be. It's kind of a crosshatch or something like that. And I'm adding those in between here just a little bit. To just kind of fill the space a little bit. Just like that. And it doesn't have to be square with the world. It can be at an angle as well. And I'm going to put one more over here. And that's all I'm going to do. Okay, now that I'm done with that, I can put that aside. And I don't know if this breaks the rules or not for a simple card, but it needed a little bit of bling. And so what I did is I got out my smallest rhinestones, and I tried using the Basic Black Blends pen to color the 3 of these rhinestones black, but it didn't work as well as just a plain old Sharpie. So that's what I used for that. And I'm going to put 3 of each, but before I put those on, I'm going to let that dry, and I'm just going to attach this to the front of my card. And again, it just goes on flat. And it's also going to leave an 1/8 of an inch border all the way around. Just like that. I don't want to smear over that. I want to press it down. There we go. Now I'm going to add 3 of the clear rhinestones. And this is the smallest size, the 3mm size. If I can get it up underneath my... They're flying away. There we go. And it's just a random placement. And then I'm going to place, it ran away, let me go get it, 3 of the black ones. You do have to give them a minute to dry. I'm having wonderful luck with these today. Usually I can do that pretty easily. There we go. And I didn't put a sentiment on. This particular stamp set doesn't come with a sentiment. So by adding a sentiment, I'd be adding another stamp set, which you're only supposed to use 1 to make a simple card. However, it would be very easy to just create a sentiment that you could put on the front of the card. And so I'll leave that for you to do. I do sell the products I feature in my videos. I invite you to shop in my online store. I typically place the link in the description box below, or you can visit my blog where I have a button where you can go to my online store as well. And that's at katespapercreations.org. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed today's Simply Beautiful, beautiful cards made simply.